Deep within the frozen forest of North America, there are stories about something starving. Not an animal, not exactly human either. A creature said to wander through the wilderness during the dead of winter, thin beyond reason, with an endless hunger that can never be satisfied. It is known as the Wendigo, and for centuries people feared that becoming one was worse than death itself. The Wendigo appears in the traditions of several indigenous Algonquian-speaking people. Descriptions vary across stories, but one idea remains consistent. The Wendigo is connected to greed, starvation, cannibalism. In many legends, the creature was once human, someone driven to horrific acts during brutal winters and famine. And after crossing that line, it transformed into something no longer human at all. A creature consumed by endless hunger. The more it eats, the hungrier it becomes, and no matter how much it consumes, it is never full. What makes the Wendigo terrifying isn't just its appearance, it's what it represents. Unlike many monsters, the Wendigo is not simply evil for the sake of evil. It is an embodiment of human desperation, greed without limits, consumption without control, a warning about what humans can become when survival overrides morality. Maybe that's why the legend survived for so long. Because deep down, people understand hunger. Just physical hunger, but emotional hunger, greed, obsession, and the desire for more, even when it destroys everything around us. The Wendigo is deeply tied to winter wilderness, frozen forests, isolation, silence, places where survival becomes uncertain. And historically, these fears were very real. Long winters could mean starvation. People disappeared into forests and never returned. In darkness and freezing temperatures, the human mind changes. Fear grows stronger, paranoia spreads, and somewhere within those conditions, the idea of the Wendigo was born, not just as a monster, but as a reflection of what humans feared becoming. Over time, the Wendigo transformed into a modern horror icon. Movies, games, internet stories, tall antlers, hollow eyes, inhuman screams, but many modern depictions drift away from the original meaning of the legend, because at its core, the Wendigo was never just about appearances. It was more about corruption, the loss of humanity, the terrifying idea that under the right conditions, anyone could become something monstrous. And honestly, that fear may be more disturbing than the creature itself. The forest where those stories began still exists, cold, silent, endless, and even now, there is something deeply unsettling about the idea of being alone in the wilderness during winter. No lights, no sounds, just hunger. And maybe that's why the Wendigo continues to survive in human imagination, because some monsters are not born from fantasy, but from the darkest parts of human nature itself.